The Lantha-Actinidian War. This war had a rough beginning in the 1980s when both hydrogen and helium were trying to have most influence over the periodic table. But not winning war, they made a treaty to fix all wars and crises in the periodic table. The treaty included to make every atomic minority have a border to live in. But the treaty was flawed because it did not affect the outer periodic table. So lanthanides and actinides felt betrayed and protested for recognition. In under 3 weeks, helium and hydrogen were both rushing to claim their territories in the continent. But again, they did not want war, so they split the continent in half between the lanthanides and the actinides. Without hydrogen's knowledge, helium has started to build a wall between the actinides and the lanthanides. This pissed off hydrogen, and hydrogen demanded to tear it down. But helium stated that he can do whatever he wants on his side and you can do whatever you want on your side. So hydrogen demanded all the actinides from Lantha-Actinidian's side. So that led to a massive deportation that happened on 1981. Over 300,000 actinides were deported from their homes and forced to work in hard labor in radioactive sites. After that, helium created the united elements of the lanthanides, and later that month, hydrogen created the united elements of the actinides. So after all of this happened, you might be wondering how the war truly began. Well, as hydrogen and helium left the continent as colonies, actinides were working in horrible radioactive power plants. They were bound to have accidents, so in September 1982, multiple radioactive sites blew up at the same time, causing radiation to spread over the world, killing hundreds of thousands of lanthanides. This made the lanthanum, the leader of the united elements of the lanthanides, to have higher an atom named samarium the super soldier. This plan was simple: take over the actinides and kill everybody in labor camps for payback. The largest ground invasion in history of the periodic table occurred in the Actinidian military headquarters. Lanthanides were able to seize control over the headquarters. They captured the 1st and the 2nd Actinidian army, but portion of the 3rd and the 4th managed to escape by boat to a remote forest in Lanthanum. They hid in a trench for the night of New Year's Eve, known as the Silent Night. They lit candles and respected suffering in the labor camp. After the Silent Night, actinides were determined to make a final push to stop the lanthanides, so they hid for 2 weeks without being spotted until a Lantha-Actinidian sniper reported a trench near the capital of Lantapolis. Samarium sent 500 troops to scout the area, but they were met with a surprise attack, and in a panic, Samarium retreated to safety as they thought there was way more actinides, but actinides followed, killing many Lanthanides, and Samarium got shot in the hip, but managed to survive. Then the Lanthanides burned the entire capital down. The military was still retreating, without knowing the fires. The military finally got to the hideout. Lanthanium told Samarium that his whole family was dead from the fire, leading Lanthanium's mental health to drop rapidly, which made Samarium believe that he should be temporarily reground so he wouldn't make dumb decisions out of revenge. Samarium felt bad for Lanthanium. He didn't want to hurt himself, so he stayed there and hired a new general to lead the army. Well, the new general was not prepared to fight, so the Actinides raided labor camps all over the Lanthanides, and in 3 days Actinides had a bigger army because the broken, starved atoms were willing to fight till the last breath. The many collapsed before the fight even started, but they got their weapons from labor camp officers, and the Actinidian army was winning. After 5 days, Prometheus, the new general of the United Elements of the Lanthanides, got the army together, and one more battle is gonna solve the war. That battle would occur at the Duprium and Stanium border. The battle was between the Lantha-Actinidian army and a lot of weak Actinides, filled with spirit to fight. Some of them were only equipped with a stick, so best they could do it was tank as many bullets as they atomically could. But a miracle must have happened because in 2 days of non-stop fighting, Actinides somehow won, leading Samarium to sign a peace treaty and retiring to live in some small village at the Samarium side.